Hello, this is I Do Damage, and welcome back to the channel. In this Torchlight 3 video, I want to talk about the transition from closed beta into early access. The news definitely caught me off guard, and I'm super pumped to be able to talk about it, show the game off, and just kind of have a little conversation about some things that have changed and my thoughts on those changes. Let's go ahead and clear the elephant out of the room, and I will just mention it briefly. Yes, there was connection issues on launch. My personal opinion on the issue is so many people flooded the servers, they didn't have the capacity for it. I know everyone has their own thoughts and opinion on this, and that's totally fine, but that's not what this video is about. This video is to talk about the changes and why they're being changed for the current state of the early access version of Torchlight 3. The first major change you're going to notice if you took part in the closed beta is Act 3 is no longer available. If you're not aware, there's currently 3 acts in the game, and it's my speculation that when the game does leave early access and fully launches, that there will be 3 acts and more acts will be added on later in the form of DLC. Again, that's speculation on my part. But the acts currently, you have the Goblin Frontier, the Hybrid Frontier, which is Act 2, and the Hybrid is more like insects and bugs. And then you had Act 3, which was the Dwarven Frontier, which was my personal favorite during the closed beta. Maybe because it was new, but I also liked the mobs and the different types of monsters and mechanics that took place in there. They have said they did disable it in the early access version because they want to do more polish and testing and do some more tweaks with the mechanics tied to Act 3, which I think is definitely an okay choice to make. But just keep in mind that currently there's only 2 acts available. Another change that we see with the early access version of the game is contracts are no longer available either. If you're not sure what contracts are, it's when you get fame from killing elite monsters, doing different objectives, and basically you get more famous as you go and fulfill these contracts. And it basically works like an experience bar where the more fame you get, it just keeps filling up. And along that is certain levels where you can get different rewards, whether it be cosmetic, respectable items, different things on the reward track. My personal favorite was some of the really cool pets that you could get on there. But those are not available in the early access stage right now. Again, these will be added later along with Act 3. Another big change for me is the end game. And I'm aware that there's a new endgame system in the works. I'm not allowed to discuss it, but I am a little bit concerned that they took away MapWorks for the current state of early access, mainly because I wanted something to do after the story while I wait for this new system to come. I wish they would just add the MapWorks back in, but that's okay. Hopefully this means that the endgame system is closer than we think. All I can say about the new endgame system that is in progress and being worked on is be excited for it. It looks really cool from what I saw, and I am pumped to get my hands on it and to be able to talk about it with you guys. Those were the 3 major, big, huge changes, I guess. And well, yes, they took away content from the game. I think that this was a smart decision to kind of go back and tweak these and make them feel even better. Give them a little bit more time to cook, right? So just to reiterate, it was Act 3 contracts and endgame are not currently in early access. They were there during the closed beta phase and have been turned off for now and will be added later. My speculation is they'll roll out Act 3 and then they'll add in contracts and then they'll add the endgame system. Again, that's just my guess. Hopefully we can get it all really quickly because, us gamers always want more, right? 2 more minor changes that I do want to point out with the transition into early access was the Railmaster changes to the way endurance works. Before, the Railmaster had endurance, and the way it worked was it was basically a spendable resource to cast certain skills. And, I'll be frank, it felt really clunky, and the way that they've reworked it now is the more endurance you have, I think when it's all the way full, it can then activate special abilities on certain skills. One example is your dynamite. Normally you throw 1 stick of dynamite, but once you have 5 endurance charges, you can then throw 3 at a time. So there's different skills, they all have different stuff. The full list is in the patch notes. I'll have linked down below for that as well. So overall, I think the Railmaster change is definitely welcome, so it'll make skills feel a little bit more fluid, I guess. One other minor change, and the first thing I noticed with this topic, I guess, was the social changes. Okay, so basically it's really minor, but it honestly it makes the game feel more social. And the game I wouldn't count as an MMO. it just feels more social, and I quite like it. So the newest thing I noticed was there's so many names in chat, typing, and whatever. You can click on their name, invite them to your party, block them, I think report them for spam and something else. But it's really just, really nice to be able to just be able to click on that name and interact with them. You can send them a whisper. That was the other option. And along with the social features was so many people in the main city hub with their little difficulty badges, and it was just really cool to see all the Torchlight community in a social space like that. That was something that really got me excited for the game. Anyway, those were the five big changes from the transition from closed beta into Steam Early Access. Again, the game is on Steam for $29.99 US dollars. If you decide to pick the game up, which I do think you should because there's a lot to come, a lot to be excited for, hit me up on the Discord, man. All my social media links will be down below. Please feel free to check them out. And hopefully we can have a chat, get to know each other, do some co-op, and chill in the game, man. I'm so excited to be able to stream the game again, make videos, everything, man. I'm just, the news really caught me off guard. Before I start to ramble, though, I want to go ahead and close up the video there. I can't thank you guys enough for your time and watching this video. And maybe you knew about these changes, maybe you didn't. I hope someone found something of value in this video. If you did and you enjoy all the content on the channel and this video and everything, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for weekly gaming videos, and go ahead and share it all with your friends, man. You all are awesome. I can't thank you enough for your time. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.